lost some really good players last year, 3 All-Americans. I mean, you just really had a lot of unexpected of what was going to come back this year. And I was really curious about if this team is going to know how to win or not. And man, it has been a pleasant surprise. 26-6. I mean, we'll take it any day.
Absolutely. I think you're 4 wins away from what, seventh, eighth, 30 straight, 30-win seasons?
It'd be 7 in a row.
Seven in a row.
So, yeah.
You look back over that, and as you said, this year, before the season started, the girls weren't in the rankings. And that's understandable. I mean, when you lose the talent like you had last year, but they kind of wore that as a chip on their shoulder to kind of gain some of that national respect. Talk about getting ready for the season, I guess, since this is our first time sitting down and talk to you. How did that motivate the girls?
I think they're very motivated. Out of all the top teams, we play in the toughest region in America, Region 23. I mean, you always got 5 programs that are just always in last year we finished the year ranked, all 5 were in the top 9 in the final poll between us, LSU, Eunice, Jones, Gulf Coast, East Central. We finished the year ranked 6th in the country, lost a lot of sophomores, and, it's hard when you do preseason rankings to put 5 teams in one region in the top 20. So we were the team got left out. And of course, the girls took it as a little bit of a slap in the face, and we're a little disappointed. But it's not where you start the year; it's where you finish the year. And they were very motivated to get in the polls.
Absolutely. And this season, of course, last year, years before, you had those 30-plus win seasons. This season almost is a season where, yes, the program is nationally recognized, but this year is almost a year where now you can't deny this ICC team to be one of those teams that be like, okay, who do we leave out this year? Let's leave out ICC. Years to come now, ICC is almost going to be a fixture for that top 20 spot.
I agree. I believe that we have laid a good foundation here. Like I said, 4 wins away from having 7 30-win seasons. And we don't back down. We play everybody. We had Des Moines, Iowa coming here, number 2 team in the country, and lost 2 heartbreakers, 2-1, 8-7. We played all those others, of course, the ones in our region. We play them, and we go over into Alabama and Tennessee and play Division I teams, and anybody up north that wants to come down and play. We don't back away from any competition. So I think we have got a good reputation throughout the country that we are one of the top programs, and recruits are seeing that. We're starting to get better and better recruits every year.
Well, of course, now with this upcoming series this weekend, weather pending against Jones, that'll be the 3rd top 10 team you face this year. Number 2, Des Moines, Iowa. I believe it was number 6 at the time, East Central.
Correct.
And then, of course, Gulf Coast, who has been floating in and out of that top 10 as well.
Yep.
What are the toughest schedules that you faced as a head coach here at ICC?
Oh, without a doubt. And, we had fortunate to have East Central and Des Moines, Iowa come here at our home field, but we're going to be on the road to play Jones and Gulf Coast here in the next couple of weeks. And, like I said, we don't back down from anybody, but we are going to compete. We're going to get after people and play a good style of softball that people like to come out and watch.
You speak of that, some of those reflections going on right now. Of course, Bailey Springfield, named National Pitcher of the Week for the 2nd time by the NJCAA, has not happened in the history of the program. Not just Bailey, though. A lot of the focus is on her, but Bailey will be one of the first ones to tell you that it's that defense behind her that allows her to have the confidence to get after some of these batters.
Yeah, Bailey is, she transferred in from Delta State, and we recruited her really hard out of high school and thought we had a good shot at her. And of course, we would love to have her on last year's team with all of her buddies and the success we had. But she made a choice to go on and try a different avenue. Didn't work out for her, and now she's back with us, and it's just been more than we could ever expect. She has just been outstanding. She's going to compete. She's so gritty. She doesn't get down on her teammates. She had another shutout Friday, 1 play away from another shutout. She's just shut down people, and we made an error, and she didn't get down on her teammates. She just wants to get the win for the team, not just her personally, but for the team as well. And of course, she knows not only is she pitching, but she's also playing a position for us, either shortstop and third base, and batting in the middle of our lineup, and been very productive for us as far as extra base hits. Her and Meg Sullivan are leading the team there, and Bailey's going to have a bright future wherever she ends up after ICC.
And of course, Olivia Burns having one of her best weeks of the week, struck out a career high 7 in the win against Southwest, and a 1-hitter in her, I think, 3rd or 4th shutout of the year as well. So you've got that 1-2 punch pretty strong in the circle.
We do. Olivia coming in as a freshman, of course, had some. Growing up, our league's so tough. I mean, for a freshman to come in, you got to. I mean, it's hard on you. It'll beat up on you. And she had some down moments, and for the last couple of weeks, we've just seen her. She's throwing better and better every time she's going out. And I mean, she had an outstanding performance at Holmes, and then she the other day against Southwest. And we just know that, you know, she can perform and she can finish games. And if not, we got Macy Cox, who's thrown outstanding for us, and Mackenzie Toombs. Both those freshmen right there have not thrown as much as they would in years past, but Burns and Springfield have just been so dominant, it's hard to get them out of the game.
And you got a pretty good lineup where if one, say, necessarily isn't feeling well or not playing well at the plate, you've got some Bulldogs that have come in there right behind them, so that you got a team that's hungry to get an opportunity and make the best of it.
That's exactly right, and we have those that, I mean, they have taken advantage of them. I mean, they have really opportunities people have got. They're hungry. They're wanting to practice. They're doing extra work before practice, after practice, and just sitting there waiting on their opportunities because you never know when it'll happen. A lot of people didn't realize, you know, we played Southwest Friday without 2 starters. I mean, Hannah Williams had been on fire. She's been doing the things we expected Hannah Williams to do. Some injuries have hurt her in her career, and was just rolling against Holmes. All of a sudden, we thought she had torn her ACL again, but ended up being a strained MCL, so we're going to get her back here in another week or so. And then we had a death in the family with Mackenzie Piper, our DP. You know, she's been playing some right field, and Boots stepped up, played some good defense in right field for us. Ternisha had the bat, and Carnes, and JoJo Vasquez had a big day. I mean, it's been it's interesting to watch this bunch play because it's always somebody different. It's always somebody else stepping up. You never know who it's going to be.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some of these past teams and some of that foundation that Coach Kirk has talked about that's laid for the softball program here. You're watching Live with the Tribe on the Red Channel. Back with more right after this.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Sonic Nights is the highlight of the summer.
Oh, yeah. There's probably some pretty big names here checking out these half-price floats.
Oh, everyone who's anyone is here tonight. Look, there are those 2 guys.
What are they famous for?
Huh. I think for eating here all the time.
Are we good at eating here or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
For a limited time, get real ice cream slushes, shakes, and floats half price after 8 p.m. during Sonic Nights. This is how you Sonic.
What if Mississippi's community and junior colleges didn't exist? You'd see a much different Mississippi, one without these degrees. And the jobs that come from them. One where many would fail to get a higher education because affordable community and junior college is their only hope. We're in danger of this happening thanks to state budget cuts. In fact, Mississippi once ranked #1 in America's community and junior college systems. #1. But now has slipped out of the top 10, way out, which is already a consequence of budget cuts. So, what if community and junior colleges didn't exist? If budget cuts continue, we may well find out. Contact your legislator and tell them to support Mississippi's community and junior colleges.
Gotta be hoops and wings.
Nah, subs.
Wings all day.
How about a sub?
Dude, wings.
Nah.
Really?
Gotta have ice cold Coke.
I'll drink to that.
Now that's how it's done.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to Live with the Tribe, talking with Coach Andy Kirk. And Coach Kirk, we've talked about this year team, but we have to pay tribute to, or thank the ones that kind of got the team to where it is today. We look back over the softball program. Of course, we talked last week to Coach Max Munn, who actually started the softball program. Then he was followed by Coach Carrie Ball Williamson, who won a state championship in slow pitch softball. Mary Robin Coggins came in behind her, and then Chad Case came in. And no slight against the ones that come before Chad Case. Coach Case is one of those that most people remember now, but he's the one that really laid down the foundation, got the team to the Region 23, put them on the map, and really helped start that foundation for the program.
I totally agree. Coach Case has been good to me. I mean, he really got it going those 4 years that he was the coach before I took over. Had the first 30-win season in program history, won some North Division titles there, and started. He brought some of that baseball background with him from being with Coach Collier, and came over. And now, of course, he's our housing director, so I can still bounce stuff off of him if I need to. But he really got it going in the right direction, and as soon as I took over, it was probably as some people around here would say, one of the easier jobs around, because you had the protected list.
Yeah.
And I got to do the protected list for about 3 months, so I never got to write a name on it. And then we opened up the state, and then my workload quadrupled, because we went all over the state recruiting, and you didn't have the protected list, no boundaries, so you went and try to protect the best players in your district by having them building a program that they want to come to, and then going and get the other best players out there that you can get.
Of course, we'll reference that a little bit more about the recruiting in the show. But you take a look over the program: C.C. Austin's, Kimmy Nicholson's, Jesse Patterson's, the All-Americans that kind of set the table for there. Then, like you said last year, you had 3 on the team as well. Just talk about how does that sort of motivate? How does that? I mean, it gives the girls a sense of pride and a level of accomplishment that they have to live up to every year.
That's exactly right. I mean, you're talking about 3 All-Americans who are still living within 40 minutes of campus. I mean, you got CC's the head coach at North Pontotoc, softball. Kimmy's assistant coach at Pontotoc. Jesse's still living in Nelton, and about to get married to the Nelton baseball coach.
Yeah.
I mean, so she's still around, and our kids know those people. They know them. They know the foundation. They see it in all of our recruiting brochures and stuff, that those kids, what the numbers they have put up, and they're trying to match those numbers and just try to keep that legacy going.
Of course, we talk about that. Corey Childs, kind of on pace. Now, Kimmy's got a high number to reach. She successfully stole 56 out of 58 attempts. She was never tossed out. The only reason she got out on those 2 attempts, she slid through the bag. So that's the only way she got out on her steal attempts. But Corey, similar to Kimmy, very fast player that if you don't make the perfect throw, or she just doesn't get a bad jump or jump too soon, she's gonna be on there every time. But she's kind of making a chase for that overall single season record as well.
And that's a record that, when I took over the job and you look at someone stealing 56 bases, you're like, nobody will ever touch that. And for Corey to even be in the same realm, I think she's actually in the top 5 in the nation right now. She was second, I believe, in the region last year in stolen bases, and she was more of a courtesy runner, didn't get to play about half the time. It's going to come down to Corey of how much she can get on base. Because when she gets on, nobody's throwing her out unless, like the other day, the umpire calls her out for leaving early, which was a bad call.
Yeah.
Umpires make bad calls. They have bad days too, just like coaches and stuff.
Yes.
But yes, she's just been phenomenal. And Corey, people don't realize, is just still a baby to the game. Coach Rodney Moore took over. He left Fulton, took over at New Site her senior year and tried to get her to slap. And she really was a basketball player playing softball. And she had to pitch. A lot of people don't realize that. She didn't get a whole lot of outfield till she got here freshman year. Is when she really got to play a whole lot of outfield. Most times she was having to do whatever required for her high school team to be successful, and that was to pitch a lot.
And of course, we look back over the years, over the bats. Corey Watterson, a name that we didn't mention, a former, I think, it's Mariucci Award winner hitter, went on to play at Delta State. Then you had C.C. Austin, who had the home run record, I think, at 16. Jesse right behind her at 15 as well. So the bats are there. I know right now a lot of that attention's on the pitchers, but this has been a pretty good, solid all-around team over the years.
It sure has, and yes, Corey, she's the only one we've had that was Marucci, which means she led our entire region in batting average. I believe her sophomore year she had 30 extra base hits, which is just phenomenal. All-American in everything. Went on, had a great career at Del State, but she was one of those for us when they opened up the state. That the Cat Carvers from Hernando, Emily Henderson coming over from Tisch County, they really helped us lay that foundation of being able to go out and get other recruits besides the ones in our district like Jesse Patterson's and the Holly Slicks and the ones who were, so good for us early, and we've been able to build on that since then.
All right, let's talk about that now. Let's talk about the recruiting aspect. Open State, kind of a nightmare. I say that this might be a little too strong of a word, but it presents a lot of unique challenges as a head coach. To have to go out and now go get the best of the best, not only in your area, as you said, you still want to focus on your area, but then find those pieces outside the area to complement those.
Exactly. We want to be able to take the best ones in our 5-county district that fit the mold of what we're trying to do, which we're built on pitching, defense, and speed. You know, we like to, if you are not able to hit doubles, and that's where we've been for the last 3 years. We've been in the top 10 in the country in doubles and stolen bases. If you're not able to hit a double, then when you go on first base, we need you to steal. Luckily, I have a good recruiting coordinator, my wife Dana. She stays with me, and we go see a lot of games, and we're fortunate with the situation we have that we're able to get out a lot because there is no downtime in softball. I mean, January through December, there's either high school games, travel ball games, private school games, camps. I mean, it's something going on all the time. So you got to use your time wisely. Whatever we're not able to get out of our district, then we go and we start piecing it together with the other parts of the state, and then we have our 4 out-of-state players.
So as you said, unique there. And let's stay on that point. You kind of brought up a really good point there, Dana. As a coach, whether it be whatever sport it is, you know, and even in our line of work, I don't have a family, but Lee does. You know, it puts a strain on your family life, on your social life away from the game. So you do have to find that balance. But as you said, when you have Dana who can come in there and just rip and run with you on the road as well, it kind of helps that. Just talk about her role and your success as well.
Being a coach's spouse on any level is really tough. High school level, junior college level, 4-year level, it's tough, especially on the junior college level because we're always recruiting. You know, we lose half a team every year, so we got to bring another half a team in. Then you're always, like my phone's been blowing up today, of being one of the top 10 ranked teams in the country, and you got kids in the top 10 in different categories. We got all these 4-year schools wanting to recruit our kids. So it helps having Dana to be my extra eyes, to keep me awake, to, you know, she has a good sense of the parents and the kids of who's going to fit our program, you know, the right way. Because one thing I want to be able to do is be able to sleep good at night, so that means we need to recruit good kids from good families. And it's good having her there because she's our team mom. She cooks for our kids all during the fall. She cooked us breakfast the other morning before we played Southwest, so they appreciate that. And you do have some kids who get here, especially out-of-staters, and they're away from home for the first time ever. She's there to where they can bang questions off her, or if they just need somebody to talk to besides talking to the coach, because sometimes they don't feel comfortable with a male or with a head coach, that she can talk to them and let them know that, you know, we're going to take care of them. And we've been very successful, you know, with that partnership that we have.
Absolutely. And as we said, the boss lady.
The boss lady.
The boss lady, yes. Andy, I know we're in the final few moments of the show here, and I know we're really fortunate here at the college to have administration that buys into athletics. But more so, we've got a great following of softball.
We do.
And I tell you this, I tell some of the other coaches this. It's really surprising sometimes when you look at the numbers. When it comes to viewers on Let's Go ICC TV, it's the second most active sports when it comes to social media, when it comes to watching on Let's Go ICC TV, letsgoicc.com. So it's a really big following. I think, I forget what game it was. It may have been the Iowa game, the Davenport series, or not Davenport, excuse me, but Des Moines series, where for just that series, 1,500 viewers. And I understand there's a lot of people in, obviously, in Iowa, but softball's averaging right around that 600-700 viewers on there. So, you know, you've got a great following.
We do. We're very fortunate. I mean, you guys do a great job with social media and getting us the videos and the pictures. I get compliments from all over the country because now we've got connections with travel ball. I mean, we've had kids here from Illinois, from Missouri, from Louisiana, everywhere, and I mean, they still follow us. Once you leave our program, you're always a member. You're always a part of a family. We tweet out their birthdays, and it doesn't matter what we put out, it just goes viral, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Twitter, whatever it's on. I mean, our kids are so successful. We got 2, I was talking to Dr. Allen, our president, the other day. We've got 2 girls, and you don't hear a lot about girls being in engineering, but we've got one, Casey Downey's going to graduate in May with a chemical engineering degree from the University of Arkansas, one of our out-of-staters from Missouri. Then you've got Cassidy Hardy's going to graduate from Mississippi State. I know Lee likes that, with an industrial engineering degree in May. I mean, these kids are successful. We got Lake and Shankle's going into PT school at Central Arkansas. I mean, they're success on and off the field, whether they play softball or whether they're going in professional in another profession. That we've been very fortunate to have those kids, and they follow us. I mean, we've only played 2 games, I counted up the other day, this year where we have not had alumni in the stands, even on the road. We have them show up on the road all the time that come out and support us, and they're watching live and tweeting out everything, and it's going viral, and we're just very fortunate to have the support we've had.
And Andy, I know it makes you feel good as a coach to see these former players. Yes, we want them to be successful on the field, no doubt. But to see them go on after softball and be not only successes but huge successes in life really has to be that extra rewarding moment for you.
It sure is, and that's you know, it's all about the relationships. We want to win games, and that's why I tell recruits, when you come here, we're going to win. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to lose some games, but we're going to be one of the top 20 teams in the country. We're going to compete on the field. You're going to get your degree. We're going to get you scholarships, whether it be academically or softball-wise, on the next level, and you're going to already have that foundation to be successful for the rest of your life.
Well, Andy, as we close it up, I'm going to give you the opportunity to kind of just thank anybody you want to thank at this moment, and maybe just you know, invite everybody to come out and enjoy ICC softball.
Yes, I'd like to thank our administration. You know, we do have the new facility. We didn't get into that, you know, but we do have a new field, and thank you guys for the outstanding job y'all do. Dr. Allen, he's been on board with us since he took over, and we're excited about the future of our program and athletics, not just softball, but all athletics with him. And of course, my sidekick, my wife, the boss lady, she keeps me in check, keeps me humble, my family, and just the family of our players. Our players, you know, that I tell them all the time, you know, I get recognition for a lot of stuff that I haven't even done, for wins and all that stuff, and I've never pitched a ball, never swung the bat. You know, they've done it all, and the kids have been successful, and they're going to continue to be successful. So I want to, you know, thank all the former players and all the future players coming in.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do us on time. And Coach Kurt, appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to get ready. And got Jones, #1 team in the country, on the road this weekend. So hopefully go down there and get 2 and really make a mark this season.
That's exactly right. I know it'll be a battle. It always is to play them. And the rest of the season, I just look for great things out of this team, and roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe. We'll see you next time here on Live with the Tribe.
So you took Little Caesar's Extra Most Bestest pizza that has the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price, and then stuffed more cheese into the crust?
Yep, it's got 3 feet of cheese stuffed in the crust.
Huh.
They added more cheese to the pizza with the most cheese. They added more cheese to the pizza with the most cheese. They added more cheese to their pizza with
Poor guy. Couldn't wrap his mind around all that cheese.
They added.
Got a large Little Caesar's Extra Most Bestest stuffed crust pepperoni pizza for $9.
Pizza. What's better than waiting in line at the bank? Literally everything. Renaissance Bank's mobile check deposit lets you take care of checks wherever you want. Click on Deposit Check in the Renaissance mobile app. Read and hit Continue on the bottom of the notice page. Sign it. Write your name, account number, and for mobile deposit only on the back. Photograph it, front and back, so we know it's real. Type in the amount, choose the account to deposit into, click Continue, and go on your way. You'll receive an email that is being processed, but hold on to the hard copy until the check clears, and then rip it up and throw it away. So what are you waiting for? Download the Renaissance mobile banking app and make waiting in line a thing of the past. Check, phone, check. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.